Because we never really know when the stream begins. You are not my mom. Welcome to the Pepper and Arif Show. I am Arif Ali.
I'm Pepper Prasad, and we have our special guest, KG Fresh.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
We are still the nameless show, so it's still going by the Pepper and Arif Show. I'm sure we'll figure out a name eventually.
Yes, we will. We will.
Eventually. And if all you listeners out there, if you have any interesting names, please send them our way. Nothing silly, please. I don't want to hear P&A or A&P. Creative list nonsense. Please come up with some creative names for us. But yeah, we're really excited to have KG Fresh here. It seems like most of the guests we've been bringing in are musically inclined.
Yes, absolutely. So KG, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you started. I know you're born and raised in Alberta.
Yes, Edmonton.
Yes.
Edmonton, Alberta, born and raised. Moved out here 6 years now and started DJing about 3 years ago. And yeah, I just decided to quit my job in Edmonton and just move on down here with no plan, and just wanted to come see what life was out here. And now here I am 6 years later, just like DJ, just killing it and living my best life.
I think that's important what you said was no plan.
Yeah.
No plan, no idea of what you were going to do, leaving the place where you spent your whole life.
My whole life, yep.
And just one day decided, you know what, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm
Friends,
leaving.
family, peace.
So what was the motivating factor for you?
Well, the motivating factor, I think, for me was I came down here the summer before I moved here. So I think it was like 2015. I came here for Pride, and I came here by myself for Pride. Like, I knew people from Edmonton that came down here, and then I also had a friend that was living here at the time. One of my best friends, Nova, we played basketball together in Calgary, and she was living here, and then she's like, come stay with me while you're here. So I went to Pride, and I loved the whole, I loved it. I'm like, I felt so open and like comfortable, and like Edmonton is kind of like a small community for the queer people. So coming here to like such a big open scene, I was so amazed by it, and I'm like, why am I in Edmonton? I'm moving here. And I'm like, I'm literally moving here. I moved there like 5 months, like gave me 5 months. I gave myself 5 months. Like, I came here before the new year to roll in 2016 and just did it.
So would you say they're more, that's an interesting segue, would you say they're more closed-minded in Edmonton?
I don't know if they're closed-minded, but like, and
underexposed?
Yeah, like, you know, like it's just maybe more a little ignorance out there a little bit, and like the whole trying to understand it. Like, you know, I've been in multiple arguments and stuff. Like, if I go into a female's bathroom, they'll be like, oh, why is there a man in here? And I'm just like, first of all, I do have, you know, a full female body. Like, I'm not a man, you know? And like some people, like, you know, so like it's just like the ignorance and stuff, you know? So I come out here and it's just like so open, and there's like unisex bathrooms. Like, it doesn't, like, you know, you're not judged on what you're, like, you know, like it just feels like, I don't know, like the community here is way bigger than Edmonton, and like I've never been able to be so free.
Because we had a friend of yours on here last week, Wreckage.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get him to say that Edmonton is, or Alberta is racist. And he was really holding back.
He did.
Being very conservative.
Yeah,
they're not racist. Maybe there's some racist people. But I find a lot of people that I speak with that are POCs that come from Edmonton or Calgary or any of these places in Alberta really come to Vancouver and like, wow, this is the same country?
Yeah.
How are we the same place?
It's just, I don't know, there's so much diversity and just so much open to being, like, obviously anywhere you go, where you live, there's going to be like the bad parts of the whole being like POC, and like, you know, like no matter where you are, it's going to be there, but it's just how comfortable you could be in a place that you're living. And, you know, the most, I don't know, like, yeah, it's definitely different, and it's a different feeling, and I'm just thankful that I've been able to stay here 6 years.
So tell us a little bit more. So since you've come,
Yeah.
you became a DJ here. You started it here.
Completely. Table Tutors.
Okay.
Shout out to Table Tutors.
Table Tutors.
They are honestly They're so amazing because I met DJ Relly one night and I went up to him and I was like, yo, I want to DJ because someone told me that he's like the sensei of, like, he's like the founder of the school, you know, like without Relly, like, and of course the other, like Jedro and like Wondercut, R.I.P.
Yeah,
and
we
like
cannot talk about table tutors without mentioning Wondercut.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Wondercut.
to him. He's amazing. Like, I love him. My soul, like, always just
Legend in the
yeah. And DJ Maya, like, they literally they pulled together and they've created something so beautiful, and like I love them. And yeah, I saw him and he didn't think I was serious because he's like, I have people come to me all the time saying they want to DJ, and I came up to him, I got his number, and I'm like, table tutors. Like 3 months after I got his number, I hit him up, and then he brought me to DJ Maya, and she's my sensei, and I love her, and I couldn't have been here without her. And like, yeah, they put me on real.
So for people that don't know, what is Table Tutors?
Table Tutors is a DJ school for kids, adults, anyone really that wants to learn how to DJ. They have programs and they set you up with DJ teachers, and you learn the basic fundamentals, and you learn on vinyls. Ooh. So you're like actually learning and like the scratching, the like everything. Beat juggle, like I love like beat juggling and just like scratch, like it's a whole different game, and it's amazing. Like I'm not the best at scratching, like I'm very simple with it, but some people are so crazy, like doing Red Bull challenges, like DMC. I'm definitely not there. I'm more of like the mixer, like I get the party started, like I love my sense of music and what I think is good, and I love to play it to see people's reactions of how I play. It's like that feels good to me because it's hard to keep the party going. It's hard to keep the upbeat there and stuff, but yeah.
So before you came here and started all of this in Alberta, did you ever try any of this?
Not at all.
No creative outlet?
No.
Literally, like I was a poker manager, poker dealer in the casino dealing cards, and I didn't, like I was at the casino for 4.5 years, and it's just so, it goes by so fast, and I didn't, I don't know. I've never found a talent. I've always been trying to figure out what I'm meant to do. Like there's just like, there's so many beautiful people around me with so many talents. Like everyone has these talents and they're doing creative things, having their own businesses and stuff. And like, I struggle to, find where I'm supposed to be.
So, I mean, obviously style is important to you. How did you put up with having to wear the same dealer outfit?
Oh my gosh.
Every single day of your life.
So that is why I made a mission to become like a poker, like they call them houseman. So I was like, I want to be a houseman, and so then I could wear different suits. So I literally became a houseman, and I was rocking ties, like fucking. Oh, so sorry. I apologize. Forgive me, guys. And I knew to be good, but
we'll beat that out. Don't worry.
Man, I'm so sorry. At least I caught myself. Okay. But yeah, I like made it my mission to just like get housemen so I could rock the coolest outfits, like tux, ties, like blazers and vests, and people be like,
got a little more comfortable.
I made it happen. I was like, I'm gonna be the stylish houseman in this place, and I was. People still to this day talk about, remember that time you wore that fancy bow tie? I'm like, yeah, I do.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you still have that style happening.
Yeah, style's important to me. Like, I literally, like, you wake up, feel good, look good, like, everything's going to be good. Like, I used to play basketball, too, and I always had to have the freshest shoes. Even if they weren't, like, comfy, like, I always made it work. Because, like, feel good, play good, look good, like, you're going to be, like, good on the court. So that's just, it's always been my style.
So there's something to be said about that. Like, play good, look good, feel good.
Yeah.
It all ties in.
It was my motto.
Yeah,
like,
that's actually really good.
You can't have fresh in your name.
Yeah.
And dress whack.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's so funny. Before I was even KG Fresh, like, my Facebook, you know how you can have like a little bio on Facebook and you can just like whatever. Like my bio's been like, just over here, staying fresh, being fresh, keeping it fresh. So like it's still there to this day, and like I haven't changed it because I thought it was so funny, because I was just like, I've just always been fresh. Like I always stay fresh. Like it's always just been a word to me to just like live like high school too. Like always had to like like I even have a hard time wearing like same clothes. Like like my wardrobe right now, I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to go shopping and just like splurge and get new clothes because like there's only a certain time where I can like,
So we obviously got where the fresh comes from.
Yes.
Is KG your initials?
Yeah, Keisha Gordon. That's me.
Okay.
That's my name. Not many people know it, but
We know.
now I gotta embrace it because it's a beautiful name.
It
but,
is a very
yeah.
beautiful name.
I like to say I'll be famous one day. Like, oh, y'all know Keisha Gordon? Like, yes, that's me.
People that have never met you before, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll go way back with Keisha.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did the name start? Or did you give it to yourself, or were you given the name?
So even like all my friends and stuff, I've had a nickname of KG. Like a lot of people call me KG. Like growing up, like they're just like a little nickname. And when I was trying to find my DJ name, I was like struggling for a while. I was like, what's my name gonna be? I was thinking DJ Boops because I love Betty Boop and I've been obsessed with Betty Boop my whole life. Like all my friends, they also call me Keisha Boops. So I was like, I should be DJ Boops. But then I was like, oh, I don't know. Like I wanted to like retire the whole Boops thing because it was like a long time. Like when I used to play college basketball and like that during the college times, like I was Boops, but I kind of wanted to like, R.I.P. the Boop. So I was like, I don't want to bring that back. So then,
like the Disney Betty Boop or like the original?
The original, yeah. Like I have like before, like I have a storage room with my mom back in Edmonton, and like I have all my Betty Boop stuff. Like I have like statues, like little mini ones, like I have everything. Like I love that. Like I have like the old original films, like the DVDs. Like I have so much Betty Boop stuff. Like I even have a tattoo of Betty Boop. Like I've been obsessed. So yeah, it was like always Betty Boop. But like I wanted to just like be me again. But fresh, I don't know where it came from. Like I used to work at a place called Cannabis Culture. It's like a bong shop and like
you worked out there.
yeah, and they have the dab bar and then the dispensary. Like I was the manager at the dab bar, and I was just hanging out with one of my homies there, and we're like trying to figure a name. And I was like, yo, I'm trying like KG. I'm thinking, and we're just like pretty like lit in our own way, and I was just like KG Fresh, and he looks at me, he's like, yo, that's it. And I'm like, KG Fresh. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Like, just like on a whole, yeah.
One of the only places where you can perform in a room full of stoners and not see anybody because it's full of smoke.
Full of smoke. Like, I
love that spot to perform.
It was so good. And like, we started even having like concerts and stuff like there. And like, it was so lit. And like, I loved like, that was good times, one of my favorite jobs for sure. But sometimes you just gotta like move on. It was getting stressful and stuff, but like I had a lot on my plate, and I love them. I wish them well.
Yeah, much love.
And like they put me on. They also helped me build myself because like I was literally the manager of the Dab Lounge. So many people coming in and out. Like I met Sean Kingston. Like he came in today. Like it was like so cool. Like there's like been a lot of like famous people that come in there, and they want to do a quick dab or go to the dispensary, buy like whatever, and then they hang out. $5 cover, and you just like get a volcano rental or a bong rental, and you can just chill.
Smoke
like
indoors.
Yeah, like that's a dream. Like
That's a dream.
So I mean, chances are we probably bumped into each other before. Then.
Yeah.
I've been to that place many times.
Yeah, I worked there for like 3 years at the Davie location, and then I worked almost a year at the Hastings location. So when the Davie shut down because of the whole legalization and all the stores had to shut down, we had to just go over there, and then
Nice spot.
Yeah, it's really, and it was so good. Best
I
job.
wanted to actually really, really get in deep with you.
Okay.
I really want to touch when you were growing up.
Yep.
Like when did you know that you wanted to come out, or or you were different than other individuals?
Well, I've always known I've been different, and growing up, because I'm like the black sheep of my family. Like I'm always like I was the crazy one. Always like get my way, no way. Like I was a spoiled little brat. Like I literally was a princess. But that's how I know I was different, because I was just special. I'm still special till this day, by the way.
Yes,
I say,
you are. Yes, you are.
But like I've even with me and my sexuality and stuff like that, like I've known for a long time before like I remember being in elementary, like grade 1, and like one of my best friends, we'd go on like field trips and we'd hold hands, and I'd be like, yeah, I like this, I was like, I like holding her hand. Like it's just like little things like that. But I was in denial though for a long time. Obviously, being in the society that we were in, like it's more open now. But like growing up as a child, it's scary because you can like lose family members, friends, and stuff like that. You know, like I was still in that era of time where it was like really sensitive.
Are you a 90s baby?
90s, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like 91. So like I'm 31.
We were kind of just starting to turn the corner.
A little bit, yeah. Like
bit.
I was like right on like, but so with me, I'm lucky because I came out maybe at 19 and I didn't lose any family. I didn't lose my mom was kind of sad, but she thought I was just like, oh, it's a phase or little things like that. But everyone says it's a phase.
Are they religious?
Not really, no. But like, my mom, I was supposed to be her like model child, you know, like, because I used to be really girly, like hair was long, I'd wear makeup, like dresses, heels, little things like that. So,
well, you even modeled a little bit, right?
yeah, I did model. I won a contest, Calgary's Most Beautiful, when I was
Damn.
so, like, it was so funny. Like it was like a Facebook like competition. The most likes, you will win the competition. So I was like up against this one model from Calgary, and like everybody was like obsessed with her. They're like, how is she not winning? And they thought I was cheating. And then someone went out of their way to make a fake profile account with my photo, with my name, to make it seem like I hit up people saying, hey, I need you to make a fake Facebook profile. Just make make up a new email, make a thing. Like they went out of their way to make it look like I went and told people to cheat. And then they try to like remove me out of the thing. I was like, how are you gonna remove me when you don't even ask me any questions? Don't even like. But I ended up winning it, thank God.
Yeah, these beauty pageants are petty.
Yeah,
Petty, like
Goodness.
you know, like can't let someone else win that's not a famous model. I literally took out this model, like this model girl, like she was supposed to win. Like everyone had their set, and I just came in out of nowhere. I'm not even like I'm just like move aside. And Calgary's Most Beautiful, and like I won like little like gems and jewelries, and like I got like a crown. Like it was really cool. But yeah, no, I've been blessed. And yeah, I've known for a while, but I didn't come out till late in life. And like I've had boyfriends and stuff like that, but it just wasn't like it was like, you know, like at the end of the day, I believe you can love a soul. Like it's more deep in with like a soul, not really a gender and stuff. But like obviously I gravitate to feminine energies more than like the masculine and stuff like that, because I'm more of like, I don't know, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's a soul. If you fall in love with the soul that you fall in love with, like it doesn't matter the gender at the end of the day.
That's so true.
Bars.
Yeah.
So you came here for partially because of how open it was, and no idea of what you were gonna do. When you first encountered table tutors, did you feel like that was your space? Like this was gonna be your home? That would be the next step for you?
At first you don't really know, because like there's such a tight family, like there's a crew of them, you know, so it's like it's intimidating to,
and they're savages.
Yeah, you know,
savages on the tables.
Like they're just so like you can just tell they've been doing this for a while. Like they've put in their time, and like they have like, you know, their foundation, their family. Like you see that love, and like I've worked so hard to like be part of that love, you know, and like I'm so blessed for the year that I had with them, because like, you know, like you got to continue to stay a student to like, you know, to continue to like get those benefits and stuff like that, and like be with them and stuff. And like I unfortunately wasn't able to stay a student, like because it eventually gets expensive, and like no, like if I could, like I would love to put money into that school all the time. Like I would love to support them all the time, but like obviously times get hard, and you know, you're trying to figure things out, and then COVID hit, and like, you know, obviously everybody had a big turn and like had to figure things out. So it's just like how, you know, so I was with them. They had my back 100% when I was with them. They brought me into their family. Still to this day, like I show up, like I get invited to little things, and like they always treat me with so much love, and I love them to death, you know. But like I'm thankful that I was able, like, and there's a time where I thought, am I able to branch without table tutors? Like, am I good enough to like make my own name for myself? Like, I don't want to be just like the table tutor student that is like, you know, getting from, you know, like they're getting me the gigs, like they're helping me out. So this whole year, like I literally, like I'm booked. Like I'm like booked in April. Like I'm gonna be having like 4 residences in April soon. So I'm 1 residence away into being, to say I'm a full-time DJ, you know, and like that's what I want. Like I want to be able to be like, I'm a full-time DJ for, like there's so many people that didn't believe in me, like doubted me, didn't think I was going to take it serious, and like, you know, like obviously there's so much more seriousness I can take, like for me to get better and better, like put out mixes all the time, and like, you know, even being up to date on like making sure I download all my music and stuff. Like there's so much to the craft, you know, and it's just, you can't just stay at one spot. So like I know that I can do better. I know that there's so much more I can improve on, you know, and it's just like me taking that step. But like I work day job, and like now I'm working residences, so it's like it's hard, you know. I'm all about the, like I'm chasing that money right now at the end of the day. Like I want to be successful, I want to have a savings, like I just want to, you know, and like DJ's helping me get there, and like my day job's helping me get there. So like, you know, that's just like my set in my mind right now. Like I'm good enough as a DJ right now to work full time, and you know, have build my name still, get booked still, you know, like that what matters to me right now. Like eventually, if I could, I'd be down to travel and like get booked gigs and stuff like that. That's the next goal after I'm a full-time residency, you know. So it's just steps.
Well, I can say based on how your face lit up when you said, "I'm one day away from being a full-time DJ."
Yeah.
That there's obviously more than just the work. There's obviously a love for it.
Yeah.
Have you always been musically inclined?
I've always loved music, 100%.
Yeah.
Like growing up, like music, like music is like R&B's I'm an R&B lover. Like I'm old school. Like I will listen to that Avant. Like freaking like I just like I love Avant. Like even Joe. Like
John L. Jones.
Yeah. Like there's just so like John B. Like there's just so many people that like I love. Like that's the thing about me. Like when like
That's memory lane.
for example, like I DJ at Cinema on Fridays. I've been DJing at Cinema since June. Almost been there a year, and I've built my name there. Like I have people that come to Cinema Friday nights because KG's there. KG Fresh is spinning. Like we have to go see her. And like I don't play really new music. Like I'll play 90s. I'll play the early 2000s. Like I play old. Like I'm playing music that you forgot about. I'm playing music that you literally were like, oh my, like what? Like
Do you have
this
older
is.
siblings?
I have an older brother who's 2 years older than me. Like, you know, like it's not that big of a difference. But like
So what
I've
got
just
you digging into like 90s R&B?
I just grow like, you know, like when
Because by
I'm
the time you were a teenager,
yeah.
90s R&B would have been considered old school.
Yeah, but I'm probably like I'm jamming to 90s my whole life. Like my family, like, you know, like we were always like I grew in a household of music of R&B, hip hop, and dance hall. Like that, like that is all I know. Like I go to a school and people are like, "Oh yeah, do you know Guns N' Roses?" I'm like, "Who is that?" You know, like yeah, like all the like that era of music, that whole like I don't know any of that stuff. Like of course being a DJ, like I'm learning, like, you know, even hanging out with like a different multicultural of friends, like, you know, I'm learning different things, and how everybody grows up differently and their music is different. So like from a family that only listened to R&B, hip hop, and dancehall. Dancehall is probably the number one music that I listened growing up to, and like I just loved R&B. And like,
So what's one of your inspirations, like artist wise, when it comes to like the R&B, dance hall? Let's like dance hall.
dancehall, I don't know. I'm one of my favorite. Like I love Vibes Cartel, and I love Elaine. Elaine is very beautiful, and like she sings a lot of like R&B, like cutthroat music, and I think she's one of my favorites because like all her songs are just so amazing, and like I can like, you know, it's all like lovey dovey, and like I've always been like, I'm a Cancer, so I'm always
You're
emotional, and like I'm definitely a softie. Like, and that's the thing too. People will see me and they get intimidated by me because they think I'm just like this hard. Like I have this, and I do carry a hard shell, you know, because I don't want people to like get close. Like, you know, I don't let people
just
in
remember,
like that.
Your whatever you present as, it's not that people are intimidated.
Yeah.
It's just that they're used to being cowards.
Yeah.
And they're not used to individuality.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a smiling person.
Yeah.
So when I walk around, people are like, "Oh, you're so intimidating. You're so intimidating." I'm not really. I'm a nice
Yeah.
guy.
Right.
But the way we present intimidates people because they're cowardly. So anytime you hear that, you just gotta remember, it's not you.
Yeah. It's not.
You present the way you present.
Yeah.
People just don't know how to take it because
Exactly.
they're just not used to the uniqueness
Yeah.
and individuality. Everything is just very cookie cutter. But before we get too far into it, you brought up Vibes Cartel, and I always want to ask people when people bring up Vibes Cartel, how do you feel about the whole lightning business?
Yeah. Like.
Because it's prevalent in our culture as well, coming from the Fijian Indian background. A lot of Bollywood is like, they look like they're European. They don't look brown.
Yeah.
So I take it personal because in Bollywood movies, they have these commercials for
Yeah.
this cream, and they call it fair and lovely.
Yeah.
Not even just fair and lovely. Like, you're
Yeah.
going to be lovely by being fair. And it just sickens me. Because
Black and bold is where it's at.
well, most of India is brown, like dark brown. It's just a small group of light-skinned Indians that seem to take over Bollywood. But how do you feel about the whole lightning deal?
Like, some people just get insecure with themselves, I guess, you know, and like it's even like little Kim too, you know, just like everybody, like you know, like they all try to just want to appeal to I don't know. I think it's just
He doesn't even look the same anymore.
not at all, and it's so sad. Like,
Yeah.
it's phobia. I'm trying to think of that word that people have with their appearance.
Self-hate.
Yeah, or something. It's a phobia of something, but they will never be proud of themselves or happy with themselves, and they feel like he was just somebody that wanted to look better. I don't feel good, or I think it's just a mental health thing in himself. At the end of the day,
Does it change how you take in his music?
his music is always the best. Like, it's so good. Like, you can't, like,
It's
that's just, like, you know, like even Michael Jackson, he went from, you know, he did his thing, and like,
Not disparage. I will not take any MJ disparaging. Vitiligo.
all right.
He had vitiligo.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. You're right.
Understand? He had vitiligo.
Okay, that's true.
You know what's funny? Because we just had a show on the weekend, and we had a dancehall artist named Jonelle, who's unbelievably talented.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And she brought up Vibes Cartel as well.
Yeah.
And then she brought up MJ, and I had to make sure that we leave MJ's
Okay,
name
you're
out of
right,
this.
you're right. I'm just saying, you know, everyone changes their appearance. It happens, and like, you know, we don't judge their appearance. We still listen to their music.
Yeah.
We still vibe out with it, no matter what the change is. You know, that's where I was going with the comparison.
I knew exactly where you were going with that.
I was saying, like, you know, people's appearance change. You still vibe with the music. The music is fire still. You know, you don't discriminate that. But yeah, hopefully he's out soon.
Oh, right, he's locked up right now.
Been locked up. He ain't getting out. He's supposed to be there for life, but he's making music still. He's still coming out with those fire tracks. So like, he's probably living like a king in Jamaica. At the end of the day, he's all good. Like,
Yeah, I think Buju Banton is making music too when he was locked out.
yeah, all of them. Like,
Kinda
they
like a
probably have
weird
like their
recording
own
studio
they
prison in Jamaica.
100%. They probably have their own cell with like probably like it's probably
Food.
decked out. Like, they got some paintings in there. They're probably just chilling. Like, got the actual normal toilet. Like, I don't know. They're probably living the best life, eating jerk chicken. Like, how
my
can you
gosh,
complain?
yeah.
Like,
Okay, we're gonna get a little serious, but before we do, I just want to shout out our sponsor, Punjab Banquet Hall. You can reach them at 604-598-7611. You can ask for Jiwan or Shama. They hold 50 to 850 people. They're in the Pyle Business Center, and they do something very good for charitable causes.
They do. They will give you the hall for free. You pay for your meals, so I don't know what that would be. You'd have to give them a call to take a look and see what the packages are. But if you do have a fundraiser and it's for a good cause, they will give you the hall, no hall cost, just food. So I think
great.
that's actually a really good deal.
Yeah,
Especially
shout out
when
Punjab
yeah.
Banquet Hall.
Yeah.
Okay, so now for dance hall music. I find dance hall to be extremely homophobic in a lot of ways.
exactly.
How you feel about this?
So that's the thing. So being Jamaican, queer, like that kind of, like, I'm not, people for sure judge me because I love dancehall still, like, you know, but now that I'm into the scene and I'm paying more attention, I'm more aware, and I'm trying not to play the music that I shouldn't be playing. So for example, when I played my very first queer event, and like, as being me, I want to represent a dance hall queer DJ still, and that's like really important to me. And yeah, so they allowed me to come, and my very first queer event, I played the worst song you could ever play. And it was
Popping off with the Bati Boy.
it was Chi Chi Man.
Oh.
And my, like, I literally thought it was like a song about like burning up the trees, smoking trees, but it's about burning gays. And I had all these queer people dancing to Chi Chi Man, and obviously they did not understand any words except for the promoters of the main like Skylar Love. I love Skylar Love. They're like one of the top influencers in the queer community in the industry, and they come up to me as I'm playing, they're like, so how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good, you know, and they're in my ear. Like, yeah, so I'm just going to tell you to never play this song ever again in a queer event. And I'm like, oh my God. They're like, yeah, it's about burning gays. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I took that song out of my books. And like, but it's so funny because like that song is so catchy. Like, it has a fire beat, you know, like, I like music for its beats at the end of the day. Sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes I don't listen to lyrics sometimes. Like, and that's bad. Like, there's people that are there's so many people that are just so into music where it's like, yo, if you listen to the lyrics, man, it gets to you and stuff. And sometimes it's just like, I don't hear the lyrics. So at the end of the day, I'm more aware now, and I do take words and lyrics into consideration, and I try not to play it. Even
so pretty much Buju Banton's whole catalog is out.
Yeah, but he's doing better now. Like, he's doing good now. He's trying. He's got blessed out here, telling everybody he's blessed, and he knows that he, like, you know, 2021, Buju, let's go. Yeah, he's trying. You know what he did was wrong.
Oh my.
Yeah.
But it's cool that they actually came up to you and told you.
Yeah. Like,
so would you go to the length of removing the lyrics and just using the instrumental for some of these tracks?
I don't jam to it. Like, completely. You know, we don't need to go down that trip again, because I'm traumatized now with that song. Like, there's this meme, like one of these TikToks. It's like this one person was like jamming this like song. The thing was like, when you know you shouldn't be jamming to this song and you're listening to it, and then all of a sudden the hook comes on, but then she puts up a lighter and fire, but she's like, but you just like can't help it. Like, that's how I feel. It's like, I know I shouldn't be jamming to this right now, but it's fire. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so much 90s hip hop. Like, I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 20-year-old son, and there's so much 90s hip hop that's so misogynistic. Like, if you listen to any of the Death Row music that came out, sounds like Ain't No Fun, where like every other word is a curse word. Yeah. And you know, it took me a while to like reconcile, how do I listen to this and have a daughter? And then, you know, I talked to other females from that generation. They don't care. Yeah. They yell the lyrics as loud as the guys do.
Yeah. So it's more sensitive now.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't really hate on the music that came from that era.
Exactly.
Came from a place where that was completely acceptable.
Yeah, that's just like how no one listens to R. Kelly anymore or plays R. Kelly, but like he had some fire tracks, like
makes me so mad.
I know, and like I've never with everything that has happened, I've never once played like an R. Kelly jam. Like, I literally have removed all that. But then there's some times where I'm like looking through my crates and I see this like R. Kelly. I'm like, oh, this is a good song. Anyways, continue. Like, there's certain things, but it's just like it sucks because like the jams are so good. And like,
his catalog is stacked. And I literally had to remove every song off my Spotify because this is, to me, there's some things that are irredeemable, man. Like the stuff that he was doing and the stuff that has been exposed about him. It's like, doesn't matter how good you feel when that Ignition remix comes on. No, just
can't do it. So anytime a DJ plays R. Kelly, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, gotta know better.
Stop.
Gotta know better.
Rewind and change.
What about R&B? What's your favorite R&B?
Yeah, like I was saying them earlier. Like, I really love Avant. He's always been so good. Like, Avant and Kiki Wyatt. That's like one of my favorite jams.
Damn.
Like, I don't know. And like Joe, I've always been a fan of Joe. Like,
I know.
Yeah, and like Genuine. Like, just like, I don't know. But my favorite artist, like, I've been always obsessed with Whitney Houston, and she's been my girl since day one. And I remember the day that she passed. Like, my phone blew up. I was working. Everybody's like, "Yo, Keisha, I'm sorry to tell you, but like." Whitney passed, because I was like her big, like, I love Whitney. I would jam, like, I played basketball in high school, like that was like my jam, and I would warm up to Whitney Houston to,
she's
like,
a monster.
So she was like my idol growing up. So when she passed, it was really sad, and I don't jam to her the way I used to, because it's hard. But in the day after that, after work, I went home and I made a music video singing "I Want to Dance with Somebody," and I put it on YouTube.
Do you actually sing it?
I'm not a good singer at all, like, but I was acting it. I was like, I love you.
Were you just like lip syncing, or did
No,
you
I was singing.
I'm fine.
I know. I'm gonna.
I was singing, and like I thought I was somebody bad, but I listened. If I was to go now, I'd be like, why is it still up there? But it's just memories now. Like I can just like, oh, guys, want to see funny? And there I am singing.
Well, you know the worst part about that is, man, like Bobby Brown took a bad rap.
Yeah.
Because Bobby didn't do drugs. I know people are going to listen to this and be like, you're crazy. Of course he did. Bobby Brown wasn't the addict. Whitney was the straight up like, give me the crack, give me the coke. She was the one getting all the drugs.
Yeah.
Bobby just took the beating because of who he was.
Yeah. Damn, that whole family and their story, it's so sad. Like,
It's so sad. Yeah.
even the daughter, like, so sad. And then I believe his son passed away too. Like, yeah.
What about current music?
I don't really like current music, R&B. Man, it's so hard. Like, I'm so. Like, who do I jam to? Like,
Frank?
Like, I love Bruno Mars.
Right?
Bruno Mars is probably one of my, like, if I want to meet someone, I want to hang out with Bruno Mars. Like, the Silk Sonic.
Ooh.
They're so good.
So good.
They even bring that old school vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
Bootsy Collins produced the album.
There we go.
Get Bootsy on it. It's going to be great.
So good. Like, yeah, so, like, I jam with him a lot. And, like, Jacquees is really good. I think he has a very beautiful voice. And
No Frank Ocean.
Yeah, old school Frank Ocean. Like, like I would consider, like, if he has new music out right now, I haven't heard much new music from him, but
Does he have anything else?
Not in the past 2 years.
So, like, I
He
would,
drops like random singles.
yeah, like Frank Ocean is good. Like, I had a time in life where I was just jamming to Frank Ocean, but like there's a point in my life, like, even like Lloyd did really good, and he came and did his thing, and
So whiny.
and yeah.
So whiny. I'm a hater.
So yeah, it's all good.
Open
It's all
hater.
good.
If you were gonna paint a picture with lyrics or songs, what's the first song?
If I was
1 through 5, maybe 5.
5 songs, I was gonna paint a picture. Damn. Oh, I don't even know where I would begin. Maybe like Usher, Nice and Slow. I love that one. And then I would probably have Whitney Houston, I'll Run to You.
Throwback. So you're way too young to be this old.
I'm just saying, like, when I say old school, like,
You mean it.
and and then I'll Leave My Door Open with Silk Sonic. I'll add that one because I was obsessed with that song forever. Like, like it
Me
brought
too.
me a good vibe.
Yeah.
And then what else did I paint a picture with? Maybe some Juicy, Notorious. Add that song in because he's
Some great story.
gotta add. Like that's a good one. And it's not really if it's supposed to be my story, I don't know. I'm just thinking of like beautiful things that I could paint. Like I don't know if it goes to me. What else? What's the last one? What have I been jamming to? Maybe Candy Rain.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
song. Yeah. Candy Rain is.
Yeah.
Now, what about New Edition?
Oh, I literally was jamming to Telephone Man
Wow.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I was jamming to that song. Like
Yeah, that's
Mr.
awesome.
Honestly, okay, so on how Spotify they give you like your
Recommendations.
at the end of the year. I had New Jack Swing as like one of my top 5s, and I'm like, what the hell is New Jack Swing? And then I like look up a playlist, and I was like, okay, like this is for sure. Like there's some Bobby Brown up in there, like New Editions even on there, like like I was like, this makes sense, like because that's just my vibe, like Evelyn Charles, like I just all those people, like I love old school, like.
Yeah, you're kind of born in the wrong generation.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm definitely
Old soul.
definitely old soul. Like that's just like my music. Like when I tell you that I don't like new music, like
You mean it.
I mean it. Yeah.
So you don't mess with like Snow Allegra or Cleo Soul and none of these new young female R&B?
Not really. Like I barely even like pay attention. Like
I'm gonna send you some stuff.
Please do.
I think you're missing some songs.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please, like I don't take, like, you know, and like that's another downfall of me as a DJ. Like I'm so stubborn. Like I'm not out here trying to, like, you know, I'm like, this is what I want. Like
this is all I'm gonna play.
Yeah, like,
that's it.
Because like how with me, when I'm digging for music, like I'm digging like old school music. Like I'm making sure I'm getting, like, I miss the, like, all, like I'm like there's just like all these different songs that I'm forgetting about, and I'm just like, you know, like I dig in, like I should be doing that for new music too. But like,
yeah, I thought I was a music snob. You know, you're
yeah,
worse than me.
yeah, like, you know, like I'm digging for that, like,
For real.
because like for cinema, for example, Friday nights, like that's what I play. Like I play, you know, so I'm not really here to play newer music. Like people will come up to me and they'll ask me for the new music, and I'll play it. I add it in, like, you know, at least I'm there for 4 hours. There's gonna be an hour at least of new music, you know. Like I'm not gonna just sit there. Like I rotate it in and stuff. But like most of my majority,
begrudgingly.
like, yeah, I feel like I'll keep playing. So I'll request a song and I'll play it. And I'm like so quick to take. I was like, this song's terrible. It's, you get one verse, not even. You get the first letters of the song. It's like boom, but yeah.
So it sounds like basketball is serious to you as well.
It used to be. I haven't played. I got 4 slip discs in my back. I got a back of a 60-year-old, and it's hard for me to like be an athlete. So like I should, like, you know, like I need to be out there doing hot yoga, stretching, and working out. But do I do it? No.
But you got to the collegiate level
What do you mean?
in basketball.
Yeah.
You played college ball?
Yeah, I played college ball.
That's serious.
I played for Team Alberta.
Yo,
like
that's
I was literally
serious,
a
man.
top. I was a post player too. I was one of the short post players. I was a shorter post player, but I was so strong. Like I had like a abnormal strength.
You're throwing elbows.
Yeah, elbows, everything. Like I was bodying these. Like, these tall girls were so mad at me. They're like, "How is she getting?" And then I would score. I remember in high school, I scored like 60 points a game.
Damn.
Ball hog. I'll say I am a ball hog. I was.
But if you can score,
I was scoring, you know, like they'd be like, pass me. I'm like, no, I'm getting it. Boom.
This is
Like, you know, I'm doing like shimmy, shimmy, like, you know, like I'm doing all these post moves and I'm like psyching people out. So I ended up winning Global Athlete of the Week.
Oh, wow.
So it was really cool because they came to the school. They were interviewing me at Global News, and my team was practicing behind me while I was getting interviewed. I was like, yeah, you know, they're just doing some layups.
My squad.
They're doing some drills right now. Go team, go! Like. While I'm getting interviewed, I'm just like, they're just like playing, you know, sweating it up, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, and they got like a little ring. Like it was just so funny.
Do you follow the sport?
I don't follow the sport. No, I don't really watch any sports, anything. Like I loved the game. I was really good at it. Like even then, I didn't really watch the sports. Like
So you just played it to play.
Play to play. Like I was good. Like I played rugby, I played volleyball, I played basketball. I was track shot put champion. Like I was an athlete. And it's crazy. Like I'm 31 this year, and I'm just like, damn. Like what happened? I used to be so.
You don't miss it at all? You don't miss that?
I told myself I'm gonna start balling this summer. With my friends, I'm gonna get fit. I'm gonna start working out. I'm just waiting for things to just like set place, and then I'm gonna start doing yoga, and I'm gonna work out, and I'm just gonna get fit, get my back lined up. I go for a massage every week, so the massages have been helping my slip discs. So I'm coming. The
Yo,
court.
ball is life, yo.
Just
ball,
wait.
I'm obsessed.
I'm
addicted.
about to come and run game.
Okay, so before we got inside here, we met a little bit outside, and you said something interesting to me, and I think it's important for people to hear. You're talking about follow through.
Yep.
And I think it's really important now, especially for a lot of people that are younger generation, that follow through is important because everyone's got ideas, everyone's got my grand plan, we take over the world, all these wonderful things that people think.
Yeah.
But without follow through, you get nowhere.
Exactly.
What is your method to make sure that you follow through?
Oh man, I'm still trying to figure that out. To be honest, like I'm still struggling to follow through, you know, like I'm still trying to figure out how do I get it, like, because I feel like a lot of mental health issues come into play with a lot of us in life that we ignore, and I feel like a lot of people do have mental health issues.
Everybody.
And it's how do you overcome them, you know? Like I struggle with like my depression, like I struggle with anxiety and stuff like that, and like I struggle to like get out of bed, like I struggle to like start, I don't know, like it's hard for me, like it's just so easy for me to just like curl up in a ball and just like be in my feelings and my emotions and just like not do anything. So it's just about how can I continue to get out of that. And so that I ended up getting a dog, my puppy, his name's Apple. I love him so much, and he's kind of been helping me a lot getting into like a better state. Like for example, going, like when I first had him and he didn't have his shots, I wasn't really going out for walks much, and I was like getting lazy, and I was getting him lazy. But like now I'm trying, like, you know, I woke up, like it's all new, like I'm getting better at going for walks. Like today was my first morning that I got up and I took him out for a walk in the morning, and then because I put him in his playpen when I'm at work, so I like made sure he has a little area, you know, he can play, like he has his water, his food, and his pee pad, and I'm trying to like teach him. He's hard training a dog, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he is a Boston Terrier mixed with French Bulldog and Pug, so he's a little mutt, and he's so cute, and I love him so much, and like and it's really hard, but I took him out for 2 walks today, and I'm proud of myself, and I'll take him out for a third one when I get home. So
this is the worst segue in the world, and I hate to do this, but you mentioned Pug.
Yeah.
I'm so horrible saying this. Gotta shout out my homie Jaren Drew, stand-up comic who's gonna be performing this Saturday at the House of Comedy, and I gotta shout him out. And the reason that him and Pug are synonymous are because you gotta go see his set. One of the most brilliant jokes ever that I've ever heard about being compared to a pug, and I'll leave it at that.
I heard that. It's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, you know Jaren?
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's just hilarious.
He's actually our guest for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're having Jaren Drew come through.
Hey, that's exciting.
Yeah. He's a funny dude.
So before we end,
yes,
I really want to touch a little bit about mental health.
Yes, of
Really
course.
Yes. It's really important for the younger generation, even older, right? What exactly, Arif, help me.
Because, I mean, I think living in this society, you cannot not have mental health issues.
Yeah.
Jobs, bills, state of the world, global warming, you know, everything that's happening, whether we like to admit it or not, it always on us.
Yeah.
Psychologically, you know, physically, it always on us. Some people just cope better than others.
And you were young.
Yeah.
When you came.
And
right?
I mean,
so
you kind of came into this world with it already being, I hate to say a write-off, but heading into the direction of really no turning back. What kind of things do you find you have to do to get yourself going?
Get up, shower, wash your face, brush your teeth, and go. Like, you know, you just got to do it. Like, set a plan, get a diary, journal, or something, write things down, get a vision board, get something to motivate you, you know, like, leave sticky notes around, you know, just something to just, like, get you to be reminded of, like, the importance of your everyday life or the importance of you. And, you know, it's just reminders. Like, you set alarms too. People set alarms, like, go for a walk, drink water. Make sure you're drinking water too, staying hydrated. Drinking water is very important. If you're not drinking your water, then, like, you know, it's like oil to your car. If you don't have oil in your car's going to shut down. If you don't have your water, you know, it's just like taking care of yourself. So really, you just got to do it. Get up.
Because I think we're in this place, it's kind of feels like the oppression Olympics, where everyone likes to stack up as many things that they think that are oppressing them, in order to make excuses to not do the things that they should be doing.
Exactly, and it's so easy to make excuses.
Yeah, so you're coming from a different place. You kind of have a few different things that you have to tackle on a daily basis to move forward. First of all, being a POC. Second, being a woman. And then you being queer. And accepting all of these things about yourself, and still moving forward in a way where you try to be as fearless as you can Do you actually use these things that you're talking about, or are you just thinking that these things could be helpful?
I like to get up.
As far as like the vision board, and
Yeah, I have a
alarms
vision-
and the reminders and all
I
that
have
stuff.
a vision board. I do write things down. I remind myself, like, you know, like I can do more to get better, but I know those are the steps that I need to take in order, you know, like it's the little things, like writing, you know, even like having a journal. Like, I think it's really important to have a journal, like, you know, maybe even write about your day, like, you know, what you did, like things like that. Like, I did used to do that, but I haven't done it in a while, and like I know that helped me. Like, there's a time where I used to live sticky notes all around my house, and like, you know, positive affirmations. Like, affirmations is like, I'm beautiful, I'm bold, I'm successful, I'm talented, I'm you know, like, I'm rich at life. Like, you know, I do affirmations all the time, and like I try to affirmate to everybody else in my life, you know, to like let them know. Because like, do you really hear affirmations a lot about yourself? Do you give yourself affirmations? Like, let's be serious. I bet a lot of people don't. You know, so it's very important. I think my love language for sure is like affirmations, and like that's it's like really important. So yeah,
I think one thing that's
I agree.
important that you said, which I don't think you intended to say, but is to spread those affirmations to the people that are around you.
yeah.
And share the flowers, and be the person that says, yo, you're dope, or,
Yeah.
you know, that was great what you did. Because I don't think we do that enough. I don't think we make it a point to tell people that we think are great. Hey, man, you're great. What you did today was good. That show was great. Whatever it may be. I don't think we share those enough. If you're talking to the 12-year-old version of yourself that's unsure of her identity, unsure of where she's going, what she's doing, compared to where you're at now, what would you say to that person?
I'd say everything's gonna be okay. Embrace everything that's gonna come your way, because it's gonna build you to who you're gonna be, and you're gonna be amazing. So I was always so hard on myself. Always been hard on myself. You know, just like be patient. Like, and that's a key. That patience is my motto in life. Like, I even have it tattooed on me in Greek. It says patience.
You
And
hope it says patience.
no, it is. I'm Greek Italian, and Jamaican.
You got
so
some official language confirmation.
exactly. So it's great. It's patience here, and I just, you know, patience in life. You need it, because if you're not patient, then you're just gonna stress yourself out. So even if I'm like having road rage or anything, I'd be like, patience, patience, patience. Like,
And
you know,
cannabis.
yeah, cannabis. Yeah. Every day.
Yeah, it's so important. So
Yeah.
very important. And being hard on yourself,
Yes.
I think is really important. I think people need to be hard on themselves. I don't think at times we are hard enough on ourselves, and we kind of just give ourselves a pass. Oh, I don't have to do that. I don't have to get to that. And I think there's a big problem for this generation, younger generation, to just kind of like, whatever. I think it's mandatory that we put pressure on ourselves, because if we don't, we'll just be okay with mediocrity. And nothing wrong with just being, you know, an employee. Nothing wrong with just being who you want to be without lofty aspirations or goals. But I think for us as people to get anywhere, pressure is important. And putting pressure on yourself to achieve is important. It may be frustrating. You may end up hating yourself for not accomplishing those goals in the time that you expected to accomplish them. But if you don't put pressure on yourself, you don't even reach for goals. You're just kind of like okay with being where you are. Are you finding pressure helps you?
Pressure, yes, pressure always, it could be positive, but it can be negative too, because if you keep putting, like, you know, you want to give yourself pressure, but you don't want to like stress yourself out with pressure, you know, where you're just like, oh, because like there'd be times where I'm just like stressing myself out and be like, why are you not, you know, you need to do this, like, you know, and like at the end of the day, you just got to take a deep breath, you know, and like if you add that pressure, you know, that like some people need the pressure, some people don't. Like it can be negative and it can be positive. It just depends on the situation and what the pressure is. So yeah, I try to be easy on myself, because my whole life growing up, I've literally given myself stress, and like I've pressured myself to, you can do better, like, you know, but it's okay to be where you are right now, and it's okay that you don't know what's going on, and it's okay to not figure it out, because eventually it's gonna come.
Wise words
Yes.
from a 90s baby.
That's what's up.
So where can, if people want to come see you spin, where do they come find you?
Friday nights I am at Cinema on Granville and Smythe. That's my OG resident. I'm really excited about them. I love them so much. Like they're the first ones to believe in me after the pandemic, and they've been holding it down for me. So day one, A1 Cinema. Nice. I will be starting a new residency April 9th. I'll be at Hello Goodbye in Yaletown with DJ Local Boy, and I'm really excited to be DJing with him because he's like OG. He's Local Boy.
Local Boy?
Local
okay.
Boy.
Isn't Floetic and these guys all involved?
Yeah, so Floetic is at Hello Goodbye on Thursdays.
On Thursday,
so that's his night, yeah. But Floetic did hire me. So shout out Floetic. I honestly love Floetic so much. Like he's like an older brother to me. Like he just believed in me. Like he gave me the cinema job. He's the one that's getting me, like, you know, like he's like, I'm part of his roster
putting on dope
as
shows
DJs, you know, like, yeah, so like he believes in me, and like to have someone like him on my side to believe in me, like it's amazing. Like to have all those DJs, like even Lupo, like Wreckage, like just all those DJs on Granville that have been around, and they all know who DJ Nikki, like, you know, they all are giving me props, they're all respecting me, they're all giving me, you know, that like they're allowing me in, because like it's so hard like to get in with all the DJs, like there's so many amazing DJs out there that aren't getting like the right, you know, they're not getting like as many gigs booked, or just like, you know, being seen by like the big sharks, and like the big sharks see me, and I'm on my way to be a big shark with them. So
I'm actually really proud, because you know what, female power, queer, like I just think it's amazing. Like you've worked so hard, and to come here, you know, even 6 years ago, I mean, and then and you take about 3 of those to be, you know, what, COVID?
KG Fresh.
Yeah, KG Fresh, yeah. And, you know, and like you've grinded, and you're doing so well. Like you keep believing and doing what you're doing. I actually have a lot of love for you, KG. You know what? I appreciate you lots as well. Like I think you're such an amazing individual with such a beautiful vibe, and you're absolutely gorgeous. And I think you're so, you know, for all the younger people and all those women of color, whether you be, you know, queer, straight, whatever, you know, like even for male, you know, like, more power to you.
Thank you.
And we're still in International Women's Month.
Yes.
Which makes it much more appropriate to speak on these topics.
Yes.
And if people want to find you on social media,
KG Fresh _. That's where I'm at.
Easiest name to spell.
Yeah. You don't even have to add the underscore. You just put KG Fresh, and then there I am. There's another KG Fresh, but I'm no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's all good. And like we have like
I know.
You do, like, because I have my hashtag KG Fresh, and like I'll click it, and then there's like another person that's hashtag KG Fresh. So I'm just like,
There's only one.
Yes, me.
Only one.
There's a lot of freshes out there, but I'm the freshest.
Yeah.
Manny Fresh would be sure.
So many freshes, like what, you know, like I'm the freshest one, you know. No.
Yeah, and, there are a few out there.
Where are people finding you?
He does this to me every time.
You gotta know, man.
Every time, KG.
Let's go.
You gotta know. How are they gonna find you if you don't? Because all we know is social media now, so it's like you're gonna call somebody. Unless you call Punjab Banquet Hall at 604-598-7611. You can talk to G1 or Shama.
Yeah.
They hold 50 to 850 people at the Pyle Business Center. I know my Segway game is sharp. But yeah, for real, like, where can they find you?
Pepper Prasad. Simple.
Very simple.
Yeah.
And same with me everywhere. It's the same. ALITE. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, wherever you find me. I also do the High Phrase podcast. We're starting season 3 this weekend. Amazing guests lined up. I'm super excited. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of people to big up. And this is the Pepper and Arif Show. You can find us here normally every Thursday night. But today is a very special one because we missed KG last week for technical difficulties. We made sure we made this one happen. Shout out Radio Bula Masti, Aisha, Dreams, Asian TV, and I'm missing one more. shanatv. Yes.
So thank you, Aisha, for giving us this platform, for letting us,
highlight really unique personalities.
He doesn't want me to, you know what? No real talk. We're not going to go there.
Yeah.
But yes, highlighting unique personalities. I like
Yes.
that. I think that's the way to go.
And just shining a light on all the talent that we have
Yeah,
in the city
all the
because
talent.
I'm telling you, if we don't do it, nobody else will.
No.
Especially KG Fresh.
Yes. Thank
Pizza.
you so much.
Thank you, KG, for joining us today.
Of course.
And I think Aisha will. Yeah, she's going to take over that.